Hello everyone, let's check out the daily. Okay, so we still have some Rising Sun going on. Looks like Rising Sun, Seaside, what is this, Cornucopia Guilds. And there's only three, right? It's Friday, so there's only three, yeah. Okay, so there's a look at some of the kingdom and the prophecies and events. So, okay, we have some attacks, which will be powered up by this prophecy eventually. Oh, the text is a little bit misaligned there. Okay, we have a pretty strong trashing, if we can get the money for it. We have trashing and lookout as well. That's a lot slower, or at least, I mean, it can be done easily early on, but this might be something we buy on turn 1 or 2. There's draw in the form of sea chart. Sea Witch isn't really draw, even if we come, Poet is like the only real draw card here. The only real pure draw card. Sea Chart can draw, but I've been burned by getting too many sea charts in the past. You load up with tons of sea charts and then your opponent is doing something useful. But I've also been burned by the opposite. So maybe we just watch what the AI does. What are we opening with here? Maybe something like Ninja and Craftsman? Or do we want to get to the trashing as soon as possible? There's plus buy in Hamlet. There's village effect in Hamlet. Don't know if tide pools is something I want to venture into. Yeah, I've said it in the past a few times on my channel, but Seaside is probably one of my weakest expansions. I don't know if I overbuild for certain Seaside boards or underbuild. Both Ninja and Sea Witch, both of them are extremely strong attacks. And on a board with pretty weak draw, or at least without much going for it early on, Ninja I think would be pretty good. Sea Witch is just Sea Witch. So the openings I'm thinking of are trashing, possibly trashing twice, and we can trash 2 estates in the first 2 turns. Or maybe I open with a Ninja and a Craftsman. The Ninja being a shadow means there's no risk of collision. Well, that's not completely true. That's not completely true. It's low risk of collision. Lower than normally getting 2 actions. I could get Poet and X, Poet and Craftsman, Poet Lookout, Poet Silver. We probably want to spike up to Sea Witch early. How are we getting around to trashing? Obviously we want a lot of money on the turn when we do trashing. Oh, Jester will also get powered up by approaching army. Forgot that Jester is also an attack. Do we trash with asceticism or with lookout? Another interesting question for you. Right, so this is a great event to trash with when you can get a big hand. But I don't see us getting a big hand very early, especially if the AI does something like get a ninja, which it likes to do. It also does like to trash its estates out very early. So I'm also considering now Lookout and Craftsman. We can add in the Sea Witch. Craftsman can later add in a second Sea Witch, and we just slowly start trashing things. Over time, we'll add in a Ninja and a Hamlet. But, you know, I mean, it's so good to trash these things out of your deck first couple turns. I mean, so if they trash twice in the first 2 turns, if I took Lookout Craftsman, I would trash 1 card in the first shuffle. I'd Craftsman a Sea Witch. They would most likely be able to afford a Sea Witch on their second shuffle, and they're thinner. And then we start cursing each other. My Lookout is still only trashing 1 card per shuffle. I might have to resort to buying this event, and buying this event is difficult with a Craftsman in the deck. Maybe 1 Ninja and Asceticism, and then just work up to hitting 5 eventually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is that there's a lot of different options here. I don't know which are the best. If this event were not here, I would definitely be opening with a Craftsman to guarantee that we hit 5 coin. Ninja, if we buy a Ninja and we trash one of our estates, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we hit 5 on the next shuffle. I'm gonna do that. I don't know, others can tell me what they think. Oh, there's the 5. Okay, and they do notice that they've done the same thing. So I want to play the Ninja here, even though I've already got 5. I'm playing this Ninja for a couple reasons. One, it hurts them. They might have 5 in hand, in which case I can make them miss buying Sea Witch. Also, if I don't play this now, I draw the Ninja into my hand, which I don't want, because you can play it out of the deck. That's another reason. Third reason is if I draw it into my hand and then play it next turn, it's going to miss the shuffle, and it won't be shadowed until the next time I shuffle. So there's our Sea Witch. Discard 2 cards. Perfectly happy to do so. So now, we can't do exactly the same thing here. If I play this, then the Sea Witch is done for. But so we might just unfortunately be drawing this naturally. So then, do I want to take a Poet? I think I take a Poet now, and next turn I think about adding a Hamlet for Village Effect. Of course, if I hit 5, I'll probably take another Sea Witch. I've trashed 1 estate, right? Is this going to be a trashing turn? So I'm going to draw and discard 2 cards. Like, let's say, no, I won't be able, I definitely won't be able to afford it. I have to do this. Right? You know, I'm going to have 3 cards in hand. If it's 1 copper, 1 estate, and I play the ninja, draw copper, I will not be able to afford. Unless I get the poet, but let's just do this. Okay, no, I don't get the poet. So I'll probably take a Hamlet here. It's too bad that I drew that dead. They get their Sea Witch. Okay, this is really good. This is going to be a trash turn. Trash a copper and an estate. Or do I buy another Sea Witch? I can probably afford... Well, maybe not, because the Sea Witch is going to be played terminally. This hasn't been unlocked yet, so my Sea Witch and Ninja aren't powered up with more coin. What is down there? An estate, Sea Witch, and 2 coppers. I think I want to start really trashing out. If I trash these, then the curses that I get from them are not going to be quite as painful. And yeah, I don't know if this is exactly correct, but we're doing it. It's too bad that I'm not able to do fun things with this. So I think I can do the same thing again here. Or no, I can't. I can't afford it. So I do have a Hamlet down there now. Trash the estate. What did they buy? A silver. Yeah, it's too bad that we're drawing the ninja. I wonder if a lookout will ever be worth it. I don't want to have to keep using my buy on trashing. I don't know for sure if this is the right thing to do, but that's what we're doing. So take a gold. Okay. We'll discard those. Poet. Hamlet. Okay, this might have been... this might have been not the best thing to do. I wasn't thinking about triggering this shuffle. But I have to I think I have to play this ninja. Trash a curse. Maybe buy a Hamlet. This is unfortunate. I'm going to draw the Sea Witch dead here. but I think I kind of have to. I got to get the attack in. And then silver or another Hamlet. Oh, right, the ninja's powered up, so this could even be another poet. I don't yet. I only have 2 terminals, so I don't need to discard anything just yet. I don't think they've trashed many coppers. So a jester might not be the worst thing. Load them up with coppers. But I think another Sea Witch is in order. It would be nice to give them the majority of the remainder of the curses. Sea Witch is stronger than usual because of approaching army. It's just always a good sort of filtering card at the start of turns. We need to think about how we're going to get rid of curses, though. Is it just going to be... Are we going to get a lookout eventually? Yeah, I'm going to take a Sea Witch. This might be a trash turn. And by trash, I mean trash my cards. I could trash all 3 of these here. They took another gold, so it looks like they're just going for... they're going for money-ish type things. If I trash these out, I'll have pretty good deck control. I think there's one more copper down there. Down there's a copper and a curse. So I will be able to afford a gold next turn. And actually Jester itself, Jester is a terminal gold. So maybe I could even add in a Jester and like a Hamlet or something. Is that a copper? Yeah. So I do have space for one more terminal action. Their deck doesn't look that good. Well, they've got 2 ninjas, a Sea Witch. I guess they have 1 poet and 2 Hamlets. It's the money that my Jester could discard and I could get. I don't mind loading them up with more curses. Or coppers, I mean. The curses are going to run pretty soon. Getting a Jester is going to make it more difficult to draw, though. But it's a terminal gold. Just pretty terminal gold with an attack. I have 2 buys. I could get 2 C charts. C chart's gonna draw not the worst in the world as long as I play my cards in the right order. But we need to start getting payload eventually here. What about C chart Hamlet or you know what I can do with the Jester? If I buy a Jester here, if my draws work out, I can get a bigger trash in again. So I think what I'll do is I'll take a Jester. Hopefully we can gain good cards or junk them with coppers. Yeah, this gives us 3 terminals, which is exactly the amount of space that we have. I don't know if this is right. So Poet needs to draw a Hamlet here. I might discard the Jester and a copper, make sure that we give them another curse. Excellent. Okay, Hamlet. We need an action here, so we'll discard that for action. Play the Ninja. Hamlet. Discard for... I want to trash that. Discard you for action. Sea Witch. Poet. Oh, do I get in a trash, or if I trash these 2 cards, it'll be easier for me to draw. They do not have a Sea Witch in play. Are piles? So piles aren't exactly at a risk of running. If I trash these 2 cards, then I have 8 money in my deck, assuming I play 1 Sea Witch per turn. I think I'm just going to trash these, keep my deck control. Well, no, hold on. It's better to trash. It's better to wait for when I have a lot of money and can trash more. Because then I'm not wasting a buy on something. And in fact, Lookout would be a pretty good trasher because I have so much way to control what goes into my discard. But eventually that becomes a dead card. I mean, I could even take another Jester. It's a terminal gold. Okay, I think I'm going to take a Poet here, maintain some of my ability to draw. Hopefully. It would be nice to eventually add, like, say 2 more Hamlets, just to have a good reliability of the village effect. And then we might have to start greening to make sure the AI doesn't get too far ahead of us on that. discard 2 cards. Well, I really want to play this Sea Witch. You know what we could do? I don't necessarily like this so much. Ah, man. So we're not getting cursed this turn. I want to play the Sea Witch to curse them. I guess the Jester can wait. One, two, three. If I draw 3 cards, then yeah, I can still play the Ninja nicely. Nice. Nice. Should I take a silver? Oh, they took a Tide Pools. So they're going for, I mean, when I see an opponent take a Tide Pools, especially given the state of their deck, I start to think they're going for buying 1 province every second turn. Okay, so I have 8 money in my deck. If I gain a silver, I have 10. And then I could trash 2 coppers and still have 8. Wait, why did this money go up? Hold on. Oh, after you play an attack. Usually these effects are the first thing that happens is a coin. Okay, so I can in fact trash 3 coppers and I'll still have 8 money. But I can't afford to trash 3 coppers and a curse. Wait, yes I can. 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I subtract 3 money, I still have 8 in the deck. Yeah. Not to mention Jester might gain me more money. Okay, so I'm left over with 1 curse. Let's discard the terminals. So I'm still not super reliable. If I play this, okay, so if I spend 4 money to trash those and buy a silver, then that's the last time I'd ever have to trash. Money's a little bit more spread out. I overdrew here though, but it would be nice to maintain the overdraw when I start greening. Let's do it. Okay, this is my last sort of building / cleaning turn. I'm going to go straight for provinces now. Yeah, and they have as well. Hurts to discard poets. I think I gain this, even though it messes up my ability to draw. Ooh, interesting. Well, they could still shadow ninja us. Yep. Okay, so I need to get more Hamlets. I discard this. If I draw, I can draw 3 more cards before I have to play the ninja. Hamlet, discard you for action. Ninja, poet, poet. Okay, starting with a poet on top is not so bad. Take another province. Tide pools, so I expect them, they might be able to province here. At least it makes these decisions easier, discarding, but discard 2 cards. Okay, Hamlet, discard you for action. The Hamlet, I hope the Hamlet's in the top 2 here. Yep. Discard you for action. That. Poet, poet. Jester, you can take that. Province. Okay, this is, ooh, yeah, they're cursing. Okay, but do I need all of my terminal actions now? I mean, only if I want to play the Jester. Maybe I should have played... No, I just drew this poet. If I discard this poet for the action and then play the Sea Witch... I think my Jester's down there. That's a lot of money. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the ninja is 8. So I can discard the poet safely here. Play the ninja. Jester. This Jester might have been a mistake. Province. Okay, we finally start a hand with full cards. Okay, Hamlet. I wonder if I should discard 2 cards here. Because then I'll be able to probably buy like Province and Hamlet or Province Estate. I think I'll do that. And we'll play the ninja now. Hamlet. I'll discard just one. We're triggering a bad shuffle here, but that's okay. I'm going to Jester after the Sea Witch, because if I gain something, most likely it'll be a treasure, and I don't want that to be at the top of the shuffle. I will take a gold. Yeah, so that's a bad shuffle. Is that 3 provinces? I mean, we do have a Sea Witch incoming. So this is going to be Province Hamlet. Could be Province Haven. I don't think Province Poet is so good. I don't have... The only thing Poet can draw now are the Hamlets. And silvers. I mean, I find it very unlikely that the AI wins this in the first at this point. It'd be very difficult for it to come back, considering I'm about to take a 5th province. I think the right move here is Province Hamlet. I am balanced on a knife's edge in terms of my village effect, my terminal space. And if I don't draw the Hamlets, then we're kind of screwed. Could even be another ninja, right? I could go Province Ninja, because Ninja is increases hand size and gives a coin. Nah, let's just do this. And I think this is probably the win in hand. Maybe not. Depends what we draw. 5, 6, 7. I need to draw some coins. There we go. Cool. All right. So we got it. The AI started greening first. They took the first province. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible that I sort of... I mean, I didn't over-trash, but it's possible that I bought this event too many times. Maybe I should have planned for buying this when I had a lot more coin. But drawing is so difficult here that you're never really going to get... a turn where you draw a big hand and then trash stuff all at once, especially if they're cursing you. I mean, the ideal thing you want to do with an event like this and with a junking attack is you draw up it's like donate, right? Well, I mean, it's not like donate, but in the sense that you don't want to buy donate every time you get junked. You want to wait until all the curses are gone and then donate once and get rid of them all. That's the kind of thing you want to do here as well, except this event, of course, is way more restrictive than donate because you need to have everything in your hand. And with such weak draw, you're almost never going to be able to do that. So yeah, maybe I sort of like over-focused on this and could have worked in 1 or 2 fewer buys of this event and waited until later when I had bigger hands and bigger money. But I thought that was a big risk. I thought if I got overwhelmed with the curses, I would never get that proper trash off. I mean, the AI, look at this. Like and this is even after they trashed. They did buy that event not too long ago to trash 1 or 2 curses. So I clearly dominated the curse split, and that could be a combination of having bought that event a few times earlier on, and what do you call it? And well, the second Sea Witch, of course, helps huge. I was at a point. I was so thin that I was at a point that I was able to play 1 Sea Witch per turn. I don't think the Jester was that bad. Like maybe it could have just been a gold, but it did gain me some of these treasures later in the game. Although with the curses emptied, the Jester gets a lot weaker. I think I flipped over their estates 2 or 3 times, and the curses were already empty. Managing the play of the shadow card is also really important. In a kingdom where draw is so hard and you're never going to be able to get a big hand, managing the play of, in this case, Ninja is so important, because if you ever draw the Ninja into your hand, you've basically lost a card. Not only have you lost a card on that turn, but it means your next shuffle will not have the Ninja at the back, unless you're essentially drawing your deck. But yeah, so counting up, there were a lot of times when the instinct would have been to play a poet, to draw on. Like the sort of default ordering of things is to play all of your cards that draw early on, and then play your payload and attack cards later, maybe saving a little bit of draw for overdraw for gain and play stuff. But you need to get this out of your deck before you draw it. Yeah, so managing that, don't draw your Ninja. Bad move to draw your Ninja, and that goes with all the shadow cards, really. I'm a little bit surprised I didn't get Craftsman. I like Craftsman just for its ability to quickly gain 5 costs. But I started to think the issue with this is when you buy Craftsman, if you play Craftsman, then on that turn, you're essentially doing nothing else. I mean, gaining a 5 is a pretty powerful thing to do on its own early on. But this would hinder my ability to buy the event and still spend more coin to trash. I mean, I did consider it. I considered Lookout as well. It's possible that Lookout would have been a better move, a better way to trash, because then you're not... How many times did I buy this event? I guess that should be in the score screen, right? No, it'll be in the graphic. I'm wondering how many, because that's essentially my turn. Every time I played this, that was essentially my turn. So I wonder how many turns I wasted doing this. Buying 1 Lookout, especially with all the discard control, maybe that's a better move. But if you don't pick up the Lookout in the first 1 or 2 turns, it's so difficult to convince yourself to buy it later, and it's nice to get the trashing in on turn 1. Yeah, anyway, there's a lot more that I could say about this board, I guess, but I'm sure I've said it all during the game. Happy to win a Seaside board, like I said, one of my weaker expansions, I find. So that was nice. Thanks for watching.